Take a walk down Burnaby's Hastings Street on an average day, and you'll notice the hustle and bustle of shoppers and commuters like any big city neighborhood. But if these streets could talk, they'd share the rich history of this area, dating all the way back to 1910. Now known as Burnaby Heights, this neighborhood is one of the oldest in Greater Vancouver.
The Heights neighborhood actually got its name from an early subdivision called Vancouver Heights. That neighborhood really came into being in 1910, 11, 12 era, largely because municipal waterworks were established then, and also because of this road that I'm sure everyone can hear beside us, Hastings Street.
Along with the establishment of Hastings Street at the turn of the 20th century came the streetcar, which brought with it an abundance of activity to the neighborhood. Businesses began taking shape, and many of their remnants are still recognizable today, like the swinging girl from Helen's children's clothing store.
Now, when Helen established her store in 1948, there were only 2 women business owners that she remembers, herself and another woman, on the street. So she was really a pioneer businesswoman. When Helen closed the store down a few years ago, the city couldn't bear to part with the sign.
Yes.
So the sign was acquired, and it now says the Heights rather than Helen's, but it's still a landmark in the neighborhood.
This brick building behind us, Lisa, is now a pharmacy, but it actually was one of the most integral buildings in this neighborhood, isn't that right?
Absolutely. Standing behind us is the Regent Theatre. And the Regent Theatre was built in 1920. It operated until 1957. They had their first talking movie in 1930. It was all silent films before that, but it also was a community gathering place.
The majority of patrons gathering at the Regent for a talkie or a band performance made their home in the Burnaby Heights during that era. Some of these families were merchants along Hastings Street, and their shops are still family-run to this day, contributing to the authenticity and vibrancy of the neighborhood.
The Italian business that started way back in the early 50s. They're still around today. They came from a hard-working family. They came with nothing, but they had ideas.
Rocky's Meats has been family-run since 1961. For owner John Bevilacque, operating in the Burnaby Heights neighborhood makes him more than just a butcher, but also a close friend.
The connection is people feel very comfortable going, whether it's Rocky's Meats or other stores in the area. They're all comfortable. They like the one-on-one service. This is their lifestyle. This is what they do. It's pride that we give customers, and they appreciate that.
Some of the buildings have come and gone, the particular families, the particular businesses have come and gone over the years, but really what's been preserved is that sense of neighborhood, that sense of a street where it's your shop, your friends, the shop owner knows your name, and preserving that kind of heritage is really important.
And important to the legacy of Greater Vancouver. Mona Mansour, Global News.